Welcome back to the Break Ring Podcast. I'm your host, Jonas.
Ghost Parker.
And we are fresh off a big retirement from the greatest of all time, John Cena. We were recording this literally less than 12 hours later. Or no, more than 12 hours. I'm tweaking.
Like 14.
But less than 24 hours. It's a controversial topic. We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, last night was John Cena's final match. December 13th, Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. There's a lot going on with it. There's a lot of things people are saying that...
Controversy.
It's a lot of debate being talked about. A lot of debate with just a lot of the aspects of the show last night.
We should kind of deep dive into it when we get there.
For sure. Also, I know we did not do predictions. We keep forgetting to do that. We'll hopefully remember for World's End. But to sum it up, me and Parker went with the same, and then Parker was like, just to have a chance, I'm going to take Slater and Evans. So.
You know, I almost took Gunther. I almost was not going to do Cena and do Gunther, but...
I thought we had Gunther.
We had Cena.
Oh, then I did not read your text right. But, whatever. We'll go back to Monday Night Raw from last week, the 8th, where Gunther opened the show as it had just been determined that he would be facing Cena in their match that they had last night. Gunther was in the ring hyping up his upcoming match against John Cena at Saturday night's main event. Gunther acknowledged Cena's legacy, but vowed not just to beat him, but to make Cena submit, stripping away his hustle, loyalty, respect, and crushing his spirits. And this has a lot to do with what people are saying, because, I mean, as soon as like Gunther started actually talking about being in the match, because obviously they weren't gonna have him start talking about it before he had won the whole thing. It just all clicked. I was like, yeah, it should be Gunther in this match. It's the big bad against the biggest babyface the company's ever seen, and it just makes so much sense. And like another factor of this is that I believe it's 3 people who have made Cena tap out, and that was early career before Never Give Up, all that type of stuff.
2004.
And one of them we can't even recognize.
Other one's Kurt Angle.
And then one of them's not even in the company. So it's hard to just talk about it with inside of the company. And honestly, it doesn't really matter as much because that was before he had the Never Give Up.
Well, I mean, one of them was there at the retirement thing.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that was before the whole hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up, all that stuff. But no, immediately I was like, okay, yeah, this makes a lot of sense for Gunther. It just clicks so well. He's just a big bad. We then had Io Sky versus Kairi Sane, where Io picked up the win. Both of them had their... I wanted to make a joke. Never mind. I was going to say significant other, because it's Rhea and Asuka, but, you know what I mean. I thought Io Kairi was good. It was very strong style. The two match each other great. Obviously, they both have experience in Joshi, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I thought the match was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't anything big. I don't know why they're still... Didn't they already have their tag match? Rio and Austin?
No.
They haven't?
No, that was Charlexa versus Rio. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And then everything happened where they basically just ruined the match. We then had the World Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, versus the War Raiders, the opponents of their choosing, who successfully defended their tag team championships against Eric and Ivar. Styles and Lee displayed quick offense and retained the titles after Lee hit a flying double foot stomp, and Styles followed with a phenomenal forearm for the win. I mean, I guess the IWC is happy because he didn't steal the finish from the Young Bucks. So stupid still.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. You were saying, like, that's so stupid. AJ owned them.
He really did.
You can't own a move. I don't think you can legally even trade. You can own the name.
Yeah.
But you can't own the, like, move.
Because it's too simple of a thing.
Because if they were, then Triple H would own the...
he would own
you can't see me.
He would own the pedigree.
He'd own the...
He'd own everything.
WWE would own literally every...
We know
what's LA Knight's thing?
The frickin'... This.
Or that. Something like that. Doesn't it spell out LA Knight?
Yeah, because this is like this is supposed to be the L and A.
I don't know.
That's obviously a K.
Let's find a picture.
But I don't
after
know.
and we'll,
But we then, after the match, had a surprise return from the Usos, who entered through the crowd and declared themselves back in the tag division. Thank God!
Uso finisher?
Jey Uso needs the tag rope in order to be a good wrestler. Already, he had a better promo than he has had in like 3 months. Like, the back and forth dynamic of their promos is so much better. They confront Styles and Lee and hype themselves up as contenders for the tag team championships once again. They also then make a match for this upcoming Raw tomorrow, where it's the Usos versus the New Day for the first time in like 6 years. So that'll be exciting. They usually have a good match, so hopefully it's good again, and people will start to remember how good both tag teams are. I think that has potential to be a fun match. We then had Stephanie Vaquer address the women's division, which I was so the first thing that so she comes out to the ring. And she talks about being the best in this division, but she knows there's other people back there who are also great. And then Nikki Bella comes out, which it's like, dude, you got squashed at Survivor Series. And so I was like, already like, all right, what are we doing now? What is this? And then frickin' Raquel Rodriguez comes down and just flattens Nikki Bella, and interrupting her and then talking to Stephanie. Also, great move by Raquel, and I know you hated this, wearing the Texans merch in the Kansas City crowd, who they lost to the Texans the night before. Always love when the heels do that, unless it's in Boston, because that's like I know, I don't even care. I don't watch sports. I watch wrestling, man.
Hi.
This guy. But this sets up Raquel as a new challenger, but it's still kind of weird to me because Parker saw this match already once at Raw in Boston. So. How do you feel? I mean, you were there for the match itself the first time it happened. You were there for the heel turn of Nikki as well.
My bad.
Bro's eating candy right now.
But, I mean, I like how they're pushing Raquel. I don't think she's going to win it yet. But I think they could pull off a shocker if they have a triple threat, that's kind of what it's looking like right now.
It could be.
They pull up a triple threat.
It's for sure a chance.
Yeah, and then Raquel pins Nikki Bella. And I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. I mean, that's the best chance for Raquel to win. Nikki Bella might win.
Maybe. But
she hasn't been doing well though.
Yeah, it's also been kind of iffy for her matches. We then had a backstage promo with the Judgment Day Funhouse. I'm pretty sure they're still calling it that. Where Raquel is talking about going out there and attacking Nikki, and Liv isn't so happy, and I don't blame her, because the week prior, they had freaking the ending to Raw, where the Judgment Day stood tall, where like, Raquel and Roxanne had the tag titles, and Liv had the women's world, so, like, I get what Raquel's, wanting from this, obviously. Like, who doesn't want to go after the world champion? But I honestly get Liv way more. Because it's like, dude, I was just out there literally letting you have that moment with the tag titles. And then you're stealing what my next big thing was going to be. So, I don't know. I mean, this could... Maybe it's going to finally lead to the everlasting end of Judgment Day. Who knows? But that led to Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria, where Liv Morgan accompanied Roxanne instead of the usual Raquel. Roxanne faces Lyra with Bayley on the outside, basically just there to interact with Liv. Liv distracts the ref, or it was either, it was the ref, I think, and then ended up helping Roxanne hit the Pop Rocks for the win. And my thing about the Pop Rocks is that it's too protected on the main roster to where she doesn't get it. She doesn't hit any big moves half the time, which she's still a great wrestler, Roxanne, but she doesn't hit a big move like ever. But that's because the Pop Rocks is really protected. If she hits it, she wins. It's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? That's what I think they need to do with Soul, is make it so that way the Soul Snatcher is a last-ditch effort, but she also needs to have a different finisher that can kill in Fortnite the opponent.
Yeah. I was just going to say that I don't think the Pop Rocks looks brutal enough.
It can.
It can. But I agree with you where you were saying it's like too protective when she needs like a move to actually like really like kill the other opponent.
I think if she jumps with it like she usually does, it's good. But then you might have a mishappen like what happened on SmackDown with Selena where you almost break your face. Mm-hmm. That was a bit scary.
I saw that.
We also had a Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor match that was supposed to happen, but got called off as Logan Paul jumped the Hall of Famer with the brass knucks. After Rey had already been murdered by the Vision in Fortnite, LA Knight finally comes out. We also forgot to mention this. The Masked Man attacked Rey Mysterio as well. That match is called off, but we add LA Knight and Logan Paul in a one-on-one match for the main event. Where the Masked Man interferes again, helping Logan pick up the win. After the match, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed brutally assault LA Knight, with Bronson hitting the tsunami off the top of a car, off the top of like a cement wall onto a car. Yeah. Don't know why I just picked up this marker. It was a good way to end the show.
I wanted them to reveal him. Apparently,
it's two different people. It's two different people.
Montez Ford either.
It's two different people.
First one was Austin Theory.
But I don't know who the second one is.
Because of the butt.
Montez Ford is who I thought it was. Because he jumped way higher.
But then a report came out that it wasn't him. You saw that, right?
Yeah, but they could be trying to cover up ever since they just told the freaking reporters that it was Austin
But
Theory.
At the same time, I saw this...
That's what they're doing.
Shut up. Shut up. You're not part of this.
Anyway, I saw this picture. It was like it showed the super kick and it showed how Alberto Del Rio.
Oh my god! It's Alberto Del Rio.
He slaps his thigh like up here, like during the super kicks, and so does the Masked Man.
Bro. If it's Alberto Del Patron, it's gonna
Oh my god.
Bro, if it's actually Alberto Del Rio, that'll be the dumbest thing ever. Oh my god. I'm looking at Austin Theory. Nope, that's not at all. Man, I'm getting off that. Alright, whatever.
Overselling stunners?
But like, no, the first one, he looked like a heavier guy in a way of like muscular.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory is muscular for maybe some type of reasons we won't get into.
Let's not.
But, it's just like the second guy was slimmer, and he jumped super high for that stomp. He almost like box jumped the freaking announce desk.
Javon.
No, that is not Javon Evans.
Javon.
No, Javon's like Javon is like in the most nice way, shaped like a Dorito. Like he's got big shoulders.
I'm tweeting that.
No, but I'm being like serious. He's got big shoulders and a big chest. He's strong, and then he's just skinny. So he's just I don't know. But I don't know. I thought it was a good way to finish the show. Hopefully, this is finally to build up an LA Knight run. I think he's coming back at Rumble. For a big pop in Saudi. We know that Saudi loves LA Knights.
And then Brock Lesnar comes out and wins the whole thing.
If Brock wins, I'm not watching the product. So I'm being so serious. But, yeah, I mean, that was...
Ooh, one thing I forgot to bring up.
That was Raw.
Huh?
That was Raw. That was just a show.
So, I watch wrestling with my mother. She doesn't really understand most of it. She knows who they are. She doesn't understand storylines at all. She hates Logan Paul with a passion. And she understands everything's predetermined. She understands that. But she really hates Logan Paul.
I mean...
But what I was going to bring up is... She doesn't, care about what goes on outside of wrestling. She doesn't keep up with it. Because I just watch her downstairs. But I've been telling her, what's that? The only reason she hates Logan Paul is because he's good at what he does.
I mean, yeah, but... The guy sucks. He can't. He. I don't think he's ever come up. I don't think he came up with a single move in his moveset.
Impulverizer?
I don't think it is.
How?
I think that's from somebody at the PC. He did not come up with any of those moves.
Who his size could do that?
No, but I'm saying, I'm not saying, no, I'm saying that he himself didn't go, what if I throw the guy in the air like a suplex and then I catch him with a DDT? I think that's somebody at the PC going, what if you did this?
Like, what's his name? He has like the tattoo right here. Like,
yeah, Tensai, whatever his name.
Yeah,
Matt Bloom.
Right, Jaden?
I just don't think, in a way, I don't think he has a mind for those types of
What if it was Drake and Ricochet?
Shut up. Like, Jaden's so, like, can't even like the guy at all, but he's got to accept it one day. His match with John Cena is his best match of his career, for sure.
Or against Roman.
No, that was just stupid.
You don't think that was good?
It was so dumb. It was good because it was the first time he did the frog splash through the table. But now he does it every freaking match.
Yeah.
So it's getting old.
Dude, against Jelly Roll, I thought he died.
Jelly Roll said on CVV, he was like, I felt better than Logan did. Because he said, I'm supposed to provide a cushion because you see him tense up to do it.
Yeah.
He goes, and I'm pretty sure Logan got all jelly on that.
Jelly Roll lost so much weight. It's actually insane. He lost like 200 pounds.
He looks insane.
He said after he shaves, he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Whatever. Now we'll move on to Dynamite. Unless there's anything else you have to say about Raw.
No.
Thought it was a good show?
Yeah, overall it was pretty good. They've definitely been stepping up with their shows at least a little bit.
Hopefully. I mean, SmackDown's going back to 3 hours for like the third time.
So they can add in more.
Bring back tag division, maybe.
Don't bring back Julia. Sorry,
just let her go. Just let her go to AEW.
Yes, please. I don't watch AEW for a reason. Sorry.
Yeah, so you can watch the sex offenders on Raw.
Alright.
We'll move over to Dynamite, where the opening segment was a wait. Huh? Wait a second. This isn't right. Is it? What did you even say?
Nothing.
No, never mind. I did the wrong thing. Never mind. Get rid of this. That's from last week. Sorry. My bad. The show started with the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Finals, where the Babes of Wrath faced the Timeless Love Bombs. And after a competitive back and forth banger of a match, the Babes of Wrath pick up the win and are the inaugural champions. Seemingly like the overall people that Twitter wanted to win. A lot of people were happy about it.
Listening to the fans.
I think it was a good match. I think Harley Cameron's really stepped up in the past year. You'll have to check into the BTR end of 2025 Wrestling Awards to see if she won Rising Star or Most Improved, but we can't tell you yes. But I thought the match was pretty good. Parker didn't watch because he doesn't like AEW, but yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. We then had the Continental Classic Gold League match where Okada took on the newly introduced to the C2 Jungle Jack Perry, who replaced the injured Darby Allin. And honestly, it was pretty good. I didn't expect much out of Jack Perry, and that's not like a bad thing. It's just the only time I've seen him in a solo match is when he was heel, and the whole thing was like, oh, go cry me a river. So he just barely tried to do anything. He was just such a cocky heel. But now he's getting up there for like underrated type of guy. Where he had a banger with Okada, and I'm not gonna go through some of the details because a couple of weird things happened through the match.
Did he bite his crotch?
Yeah, that happened. He hit like, think of it like a chaos theory from like Gable, but he did a backflip off the middle turnbuckle, went behind Okada and hit a German. It's pretty sick. But obviously, in the end, Okada picked up the win with the Rainmaker, earning more points in the tournament. We then had Tornado Tag Team match between Hangman and Swerve versus the Ops, Shibata and Hobbs. The match started in the stands where both men took on the other, like they went one-on-one in different areas. Hangman and Hobbs went out to like the what's it called? Just like the area where the merch is and all that type of stuff. And Hangman picked up a tree and chucked it at Hobbs. He got a beer and chugged it, and then he got put through a table, all types of stuff. Swerve had a staple gun attached to chains and started stapling Shibata. Eventually got back into the ring and so much to talk about in the ring, just killing each other in Fortnite. Which finally the bell rings because they hadn't gone to the ring, so the match didn't actually start. But in the end, Hangman and Swerve pick up the win, defeating Hobbs and Shibata. After the match, Hangman cut a promo signaling his intention to challenge Mojo for the world title at AEW World's End. Excited for that. Match was good. Parker should probably watch that back if he wants to. But if there is one match you have to watch back, it is Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey in the Continental Classic Gold League, which got a 5.25 star from Dave Meltzer. Great match where the two men started killing each other in Fortnite. Just really, really, really just it was just a banger, all right? That's how I describe it. Just stiff punches, stiff kicks, very close calls, double knees, all types of stuff. Each man hit their finisher like 18 times and kicked out of it. That's why AEW gets criticized, but who cares? It fits so well into this matchup. But in the end, Mike Bailey picked up the win over Kyle Fletcher.
I was gonna say cleanly, but I forgot he's not the champion anymore.
It was so good of a match. If we have time today, I'm making you watch that. In the main event, we had the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe defend against Eddie Kingston. And before we can go any farther, I gotta talk about how Joe put Eddie in the STFU and gave us salutes, which then ended up on Cena's Instagram. And it wasn't an old picture of Joe. It was a screenshot from Dynamite. That's why I was like, oh, whoa. That's a bit much.
Well, I mean, at this point, he has like 3 days left, and if he puts that picture on his...
But he has a contract for the next 5 years. He's ambassador.
I know.
So he's still part.
It's weird to see he's on alumni now, too.
Yeah, an hour after the freaking match.
They probably did that just to kind of see the crowd's reaction.
But Eddie and Joe started murdering each other with chops, strikes, kicks, everything you could think of. Two big guys doing big guy stuff. Kingston battled very strong and threw everything at Joe, but Joe regained control, locked in the coquina clutch for the submission victory, and Joe retained the AEW World Championship. After the match, Bryan Danielson put over Eddie Kingston hard with a speech in a way that was posted to Twitter and all that the next day, just really talking about how Eddie was so close and will be world champion one day. And I honestly believe it. I think he has what it takes. He's a great worker. He great on the mic, no doubt about it. I mean, funniest guy on the mic some of the times when he had that spot with Miro. Redeemer, my man, redeem these nuts. It was so stupid, but he's just
I've seen that.
He's so funny when he needs to be. The guy is just a legend in this like vicinity of wrestling. How old is Eddie Kingston?
Hey Siri, how old's Eddie Kingston?
Eddie Kingston is 44 years old.
No way. Yeah, 44. Jeez. He does not wrestle like he's 44, to be honest. He kills each other.
You're looking like it wasn't recording.
Mom's calling me for some reason.
Oh my god.
I'm not thinking of it.
Is it still recording?
It's still recording, yes. Mom's calling for some reason.
Alright,
just answer it. We could just...
No. Here. Parker, here you go. SmackDown. Read that for a second. I'll text my mom.
Okay. I'm just gonna bring this over here. Okay. The show opened with a tribute and hype package for John Cena's final WWE match at Saturday night's main event. This is the 17th one. Just showcasing his career highlights and last time is now storyline. Storyline ending, sorry. Every video package and tribute that I've seen, every video package and tribute that I've seen has made me tear up at least a little bit.
I texted mom super fast and it sounded like I got angry. I said, I'm not mad. Please don't think that was angry. Oh no. Continue.
Alright.
I can take it back if you need to.
Basically just saying, like, you know, talking about Cena, maybe some of his past. I was just born in West Newbury, all that.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, the video package was good.
Small town guy, becoming big city guy, if you know what I'm saying.
The first match was the Terror Twins, Rhea and Damian Priest, versus Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. The Terror Twins reuniting to take on Aleister Black and Zelina Vega in a mixed tag team match. Terror Twins worked very, very well together. I think they did this to kind of push Damian Priest up a little bit, just to make him seem more of like a top guy, top wrestler. Using their power and aggression to beat down both opponents. Zelina Vega had a code red attempt, which her head ended up hitting the mat, and she bent her back in a weird, or neck in a weird position.
It was a little rough.
That was really scary. But Rhea Ripley ended up kicking out, delivered a riptide.
Which also the crowd did not care. But that's the first time anybody's kicked out of Zelina's code red. Apparently, they said it on commentary. Which is kind of crazy, but sorry, it's out of order. It's just kind of.
I mean, it's Rhea Ripley.
I did this one off of the top of my head of what happened because I was freaking doing it like 2 seconds ago, literally before Parker got here. We then had the banger of a U.S. Championship match. It wasn't an open challenge technically because we knew it was happening last week. It was Ilya Dragunov versus Ciampa. In the match, Ilya basically looked like he broke his nose. There's no report saying he did, so that's a good thing so far. But although there was interference from all the members of DIY, Dragunov picked up the win with help from Carmelo Hayes to make the save. Oh my god, I'm so happy, Parker. I guess that car is too.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy, Parker, dude. They're cheering for Carmelo without him even getting good booking. This is like just beautiful. Just beautiful, man. It's just great. It's just so great. I love Melo. He's so underrated, and I'm pretty sure he's up and running for some of the awards. Can you get off Discord?
Huh?
Get off Discord. We then had Last Legend squash Alexa Bliss in a one-on-one bout. We then had Javon Evans squash The Miz in a one-on-one match. It was great. It was a great show. I mean, we also had Oba and Cody.
That face-off was
great. Oba looked like a freaking G, dude.
They did the chants.
They were going crazy.
Oba, then the ooh.
It was so good. I was excited. We then have Saturday night's main event from last night's John Cena's final match.
Can I go over just the one segment I want to go over?
Yeah, I don't even know if I put it in here.
I'll just talk about it because I know it from heart.
Yeah, I didn't even put it in here actually. But it was so funny.
I'm quitting the podcast.
So, I'll start that segment and then I'll let you take over. We started the show with WWE Champion Cody Rhodes versus NXT. Can you stop messing with the stuff that's making Punk stay there? That's why he's sitting. Just stop. Cody Rhodes faces off against the NXT champion Obafemi, and a champion versus champion. I'm pretty sure it was a skirmish type thing because Triple H was like, "Oh, it's not on the record." That's why none of the matches were for the titles. The match was competitive with both men showing great offense, but it ended in a no contest after Drew McIntyre interfered after 9 minutes. Why?
I know why.
It's because that's your night one main event of WrestleMania 42. That's why. That's why. He's going to win the Chamber. That's why. And Braun Breaker's going to win the Royal Rumble, and then we're going to have 2 new world champions. Because it's definitely not going to be Brock Lesnar. And why would it be LA Knight? And why would it be Sami Zayn? You know what I mean?
Jey Uso. Back to that.
Dude, if Jey Uso... oh my god. If he did that, that'd be so funny.
So, do you think Oba beats Cody if that happens?
Yes. 110%. He literally was destroying him last night.
Oh, yeah.
He freaking, oh my...
He busted his ear open?
It wasn't his eardrum. It was like the edge.
Back,
yeah,
the
because
back.
he had tape on it.
I'm pretty sure it was behind.
But he hit a freaking Euro over the announce desk, and he must have clipped it on something because immediately
Oba
stopped
being able
pouring.
to do that stuff at 6'6" is crazy.
Dude, I mean, the guy has a
Almost
fake
6'7".
Nigerian accent, but don't let that white boy come out that's inside of him, because he will start thanking all his fans. Dude, the drastic... I was looking it up. I was looking up, like, Obafemi crazy compilation, because I was trying to show my dad, and then I just didn't find anything. But it was like, Obafemi is crazy on the mic. That's what it was titled. And it's him just going... It's like, I'm not like everybody else, and I'm not going to do the accent because I'm not appropriating. But he's in his accent. And then he goes, I'm not like the other champions. And then he switches to just a basic American accent where he goes... I didn't think I could do it. It was so funny.
Oh, in NXT?
Yes.
I remember seeing that.
Remember,
I'm pretty sure Gunther did that one time, too.
yeah, when he just cut the accent out of
Yeah.
nowhere. But after the whole interference, Obafemi made Drew McIntyre look like a child, dude. That's a match that I would love to see.
I didn't realize Drew was so tall. I thought he was more like 6'3".
Bro, he walked in front of you at Raw.
I know. He was big, but I didn't think he was Obafemi big.
Dude, he's like 6 foot something.
If Oba's 6'6", he's probably like 6'3". Or 6'7".
I knew you were gonna do that too. Hi, I saw it somewhere.
6'5".
6'5".
Whoa, what the sigma?
That's tall.
Not really. I'm short.
But I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a weird booking having this match that's
like
built
your
up a
height
lot.
reversed. 5'6".
Sure, bro. I thought it was just weird booking having Drew interfere in a match. Like, dude,
I knew he was going to.
I knew it was something was gonna happen. It's either gonna be like Ricky turning on Cody, even though they haven't really elaborated. People know that they're friends. But they gotta finish this Drew stuff, man. They did it with Seth, where he fought Seth like 8 times, and finally on the last one he wins it and then gets cashed in on. And this time he's gonna finally beat Cody and then lose at Mania. That's how it's gonna be. We then had Bayley with Lyra Valkyria versus Sol Ruka and with Zarya. I thought for sure Zarya was turning.
Me too, because I texted you. I was like, oh my god, Zarya's there.
Because I literally said to Jen, I was like, dude, if Zarya's here, it's over for Sol. And he was like, oh no, she asked her to be here. And I was like, oh god. But in the end, nobody interfered in this matchup. And Sol Ruka picked up the win over the veteran Bayley with the Soul Snatcher. Great match. Really good ring tech. We had Bayley have a deep cover, but it was too deep to where Sol got her foot on the ropes by accident, and just like some crazy good offense from Sol with like a cartwheel into a DDT.
Yeah.
On the rope too. That was crazy.
When she hit the Soul Snatcher, my mom was like, wow, that was perfect. I was like, yeah, that's her finisher.
It can be better though, because she was a little bit to the side. She got to show her that double.
Well, Bailey also had to get up immediately too.
But that's because everybody cries about the setup, so they're trying to do it to where she gets up and then she hits it out of nowhere. Dude, my only complaint for the show, and I'll get into it after this match, like why, is that all of these matches were just so short. All of them, besides the main event, which rightfully so. We had
just to add a little segment.
I know. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defend their tag team championships against Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Out the gate, just jumping on the champions. Evans and Slater are so good. Rewatched their Bound for Glory classic yesterday in the morning when I woke up. That was my breakfast. It's such a good match. I'm watching it back, dude. Dark State comes out literally 30 seconds after they restart. It's so... Santino comes out. He goes 5 more minutes. They kill each other for 2 seconds. They jump over the pole. And then they get back in the ring and the lights go out. We saw 2 blackouts that night. Dark State and Elijah. It was so random. But in the end, AJ Lee ended up picking up the win and retaining their tag team championships. And just to talk about this little segment, before the show, me and Parker had a nice little FaceTime, just to talk over some things before the show started. And Parker was talking about how earlier this year we saw some stuff on Twitter where Miz had some open challenge type of situations on some house shows in Europe, and his challenger for most of them was Joe Hendry. He's fake. Didn't appear. He's fake. What would you do if that happened one day? Like I would. Like he just comes in after we say his name.
I would either just sit there and be shocked, or I'd go up against the wall and start screaming.
It's right here. Like that'd be so funny.
I'd go up against the wall and just start screaming like there's no way.
I want to do something like that eventually. You know how funny that'd be?
That's like impossible.
It'd be so
funny. You know how much
funny.
you have to pay him to do that?
No, because Kyle Fletcher's one of like these random the people who have never watched wrestling and just like I don't think they paid him. I think he was just like, yo, yeah, I'll come on. It was so funny. But we had the Miz come out, and me and Parker had been talking about something like this hypothetically happening.
WWE tweeted on the pre-show, when Sam Roberts was interviewing The Miz was like, "This is such bull. I'm a huge part of Cena's career. I'm not even on his retirement show." And then he looks at Sam Roberts and goes, "I hate you," and he walks away. It was so stupid. It was funny.
But me and Parker have been talking about something almost identical to what happened, honestly. Where Parker was like, "Dude, I think Miz is gonna have a match," and he was like, "I think it's gonna be Joe Hendry." And I was like, if they do that, it'll make a lot of sense because Joe has been like clamoring for some type of interaction with this retirement tour, and this in a way counts. You know what I mean? He's on the show.
He literally co-main evented.
So basically, Miz comes out and he's like, "I demand a match right now." He's wearing the gear from the WrestleMania main event that he can't even remember because he got concussed, where he fought Cena and then won because of The Rock. Weirdest main event I've ever heard of. But he's wearing the gear, and then R-Truth comes out, and I was like, you know what, great for Truth. You know, it's not Hendry, but great for Truth. And then he was like, "You were playing with Nick Aldis's balls.
You're doing something inappropriate."
I don't even know if that's PG.
Balls.
It was so stupid. And then Miz and Truth was like, "This is the ball. This is who it was supposed to be. Read it." And he picks it up, and Jaden did it, and you said you did it. You read it, and it says Hendry.
I saw
and
Hendry.
You see Miz, he goes, "Oh, Hendry," not into the mic. And then he says it into the mic. The music hits. He's up on the apron. And I literally told you, Parker, he's not just going to come out. They have to do the name thing. I said he's going to say, my original idea was like Miz is going to be like, "Oh, you guys didn't want me to have a match, but you wanted Joe Hendry to have a match." And then he popped up. But Parker
this is when
play the audio.
This was before his music hit. This is when I saw his name in the ball. Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that picking up? And then you can hear him. You might be able to hear him say, "No way!" He said it.
And meanwhile, Parker's mom's on the couch thinking,
"Oh, by the way, she was like just waking. She was falling asleep during the
"No,
tag
now she's
match,
awake."
and she was like, just wake me up before Cena retires." I'm like, "Okay, I will." And then I'm like, and I see Miz and I go, "Mom," and she wakes up and she puts on her glasses. She's like, "What?" And then she looks at the TV and Joe's on the apron and he does the turnaround. And I started screaming.
And he's got the big NXT on the back
That was
too.
awesome.
But great little moment where they both have a final shuffle. They pose and they leave the ring. They both did the waving on the hands. I know you did it.
Oh yeah.
And then they
I hit my sister in
everybody was saluting too at the end of the matches.
That was awesome.
And then the time had come. Gunther faces the never seen 17, the greatest of all time, John Cena, in his final match. Gunther made his entrance. It was honestly pretty quick for a Gunther entrance, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was just because
it took like a full minute and a half just going around the arena with the camera. Just so much for Cena, and the music finally hits, and he comes out, and the Trons are all gold, and it's got all of his outfits from the tour, and he's just so happy, man. He comes out, he greets all the legends. So many to list. It was Angle, RVD, Eve Torres.
he throws up the towel, then my Wi-Fi goes out.
Yeah, that too. Kevin Owens was there, dude, and seeing KO literally almost brought a tear to my eye, dude. Elijah was there, which is so funny.
They let Sammy sit front row.
I was so happy too. Elijah being there is such a niche moment to remember. WrestleMania 35, Elijah was such over as a heel. And he had this like live performance, and he was like, I'm the greatest artist as a wrestler." And then Thugonomics came out. Alright, that's enough. You're not tough. But it's just such a funny little rekindlance. And also we had Elijah sitting next to Kevin Owens after their whole debacle during like the COVID era of Ezekiel being Elias, that whole type of storyline.
That was funny.
But we gotta talk about this controversial stuff with this match, where after a hard-fought match, Cena showed so much determination. Gunther won by submission, and not by pass out, but by tap out and a smile.
He was the best way I tried to describe it to somebody, it would be like, it was basically like a, "Yeah, this is it," tap out. It was kind of like, he just like had like the face like, "Yeah, it's over," and then he gave up.
After the match, all the legends came out, and the crowd is booing. So stupid. I'm so mad at that crowd. But just a great moment, and it's my phone background. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes give John Cena their titles, and immediately I thought back, and I don't know if you've seen this footage, but John Cena and Batista give Hogan the championships. It was after a Raw 3-on-3 tag match. Batista was the world heavyweight and Cena was the spinner belt, and they gave Hogan their championships because he was about to retire. See, parallels. It was so nice.
So they're gonna do that to Cody next.
Bro, Cody's not retiring for another 10 years.
That's 20 years.
What?
That's a 20-year gap.
Yeah.
So in 2035, they're gonna do that to Cody. And then,
I don't know how old Cody is.
Then
Cody's
2045, they're gonna do it to Oba. Actually, Oba probably still be wrestling.
Punk's got 2 more years. Yeah, Cody's 40.
AJ has 1.
I know,
So
bro.
does
Go to
Tanahashi.
AEW. No, Tanahashi is a month.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tanahashi is a month.
I thought it was just 2026.
No, January.
Oh.
He's fighting Okada. It's probably gonna be the greatest match in wrestling history.
I hope Okada walks out and he shakes his hand and low blows him, bitch. And
It's,
then walks
it's
out.
probably gonna be the greatest wrestling match ever. Depending on how far they
How
go.
old is he?
Tanahashi?
He's 48.
Yeah, but he's got broken knees. He can't walk.
So Okada. So it's gonna be Okada
Yeah, he's 50.
wrestling a pillow.
He's literally 50.
Yeah, it's 49. Actually.
But he still hits a frog splash.
Yeah.
And
James
he
can barely
can't
get a splash.
he can't walk. The guy literally he walks like this, Parker.
Like Waddle, kind of.
No, he picks up one leg at a time like a robot. He doesn't bend his knees. His knees are broken.
That's not good.
I don't understand it. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about with the Cena thing, but just to go overall with the event, we had technically only 1 point each in a way, or no, not even 1 point each. Rhodes and Oba technically is a no contest, even though technically it would be Oba that wins because he attacked Cody, but they ruled it as a no contest on their page.
Probably because they didn't want Cody to have a loss.
Probably. Bailey and Sol Ruka wins. We both had Bailey. Tag team championship match. Parker had the losers, unfortunately. So I get up a point, and then I thought we both had Cena. To be honest, I would have picked, I thought we both had Gunther, and that's who I was gonna pick. But I read the text wrong. But it's whatever, anyways, because didn't matter at that point, and it was 1-0.
I texted you and I was like, my picks are Cena, Sol, AJ Lee.
I was on a Fortnite match, so I wasn't really paying attention.
You just. I said, do you have the same picks? You said, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll just change Javon Slater.
Because I was the most likely one to change.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is such a controversial ending for no reason. It's the most simple, poetic ending.
Cena wanted that.
The guy who has sworn that you should never give up sees his time is coming and just accepts it's his fate. It makes sense. I don't know why people are so mad, dude. It's just so I just don't understand why people are so mad about it, man. And I saw a great tweet from John Moonsall this morning where he made a connection where he talked about, where is it? Some of the best films ever created are heartbreaking and end on a sad note. Not everything should be a Marvel movie. Art isn't supposed to just make you feel how you want to or hope to feel. John Cena tapping out to Gunther and retiring was perfect. People are saying that this is all just telling kids to give up now, which is what they were talking about all the way back at freaking his heel turn. People are still mad about just, they ruined his character at the last second. It's been 20 years and this guy finally. He's retired. Let the guy retire. It was a great match. It was graps. They were technical for the first 10 minutes, and then they went to just killing each other. No blade, which was fine. My one thing, actually 2 things. One of them isn't really a big complaint. It's just a preference. I wish they would have given him a mic, but
to talk.
He probably didn't want to because he's very selfless. The crowd ruined that night. The crowd ruined John's retirement for John. They didn't let him get all this stuff out that he needed to get out. He wanted to just take it all in, and they're just booing and booing and booing, all because Triple H is there. Talk about being greedy, dude. Yeah, you paid a lot of money, but that was your choice. You paid all that money. You expect some WrestleMania freaking main event where Cena comes out victorious after you have the biggest bat in the company right now, Gunther, going up against him. You just gotta accept it, man. If you genuinely, I genuinely just think it's because John Cena retiring brought in all these old fans, and people are crying about it. Oh, Cena shouldn't have lost. What the heck is this? They don't know what they're doing anymore. Bro, this is the least of their problems. This is the least of the company's problems. We have Brock Lesnar in the company, but you guys are focusing on the fact that Cena tapped out after 25 years. It's just so dumb. I mean,
we have Julia still in the women's mid-card title picture.
But it's just stupid.
Send her to AEW, have her win 13 titles, and show she's washed.
And I mean, honestly, if they were in Boston, it would have been better for the crowd. But Gunther would have gotten murdered. It was bad in DC.
He 100% would have
Gunther is ready. This is the TikTok clip. Gunther is a forever heel when he goes to Boston. The guy tapped out the Boston native and retired him in a way. And now this guy, no matter how much good he does, will be booed forever in Boston. For sure.
And DC, probably. And everywhere.
But I think that's all I have to say. Go ahead, let your comments, because we got to get to my favorite part.
My final comment is, today's the 52nd podcast, so you can watch one of these a week for a whole year now.
Yes.
And we're 3 months past our 1 year thing.
Yeah, you missed like 3 weeks. That was you. Yeah. But it is time for the most fun time of the week, the match and wrestler of the week. And I got 2 picks for my match.
I'm curious to hear it.
I mean, sentimentally, it's the retirement match, obviously. But for which one I want to go back and watch right now, it's Speedball in Kyle Fletcher. That match was so good. I think Kyle Fletcher and Speedball are fantastic. Kyle Fletcher will be AEW World Champion by the end of next year, and Speedball will be some type of champion by next year, for sure.
Probably, he might beat Okada.
Speedball?
Yeah. Well, trust.
I think Fletcher.
But you said he's... I guess. We'll see.
And I'm gonna really think, who could the wrestler this week be? It's one of 2 people. It's either your genuine answer or it's your biased as heck answer.
I could have 3 answers, to be fair, because I could also have Gunther if I wanted to.
Just pick someone.
Cena.
Okay, I was waiting for you. Actually, Joe Hendry.
Honorable mention.
Joe Hendry. That's it for this week's.
My least favorite wrestler of the week.
Who, Miz? Because he took
Julia.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Miz, because if Miz didn't swap the balls, Joe Hendry would have fought LA Knight.
I don't care. He fought... I'd rather him fight where he did than in the thing, because he would have lost to LA Knight.
But make sure you guys stay tuned this week for the end of 2025 awards, hosted by your hosts, your co-host, and your operator, Jaden, who will
say producer.
Yeah, same thing. He will be doing one award. Parker, take off your hat, throw it at the camera, because this is it for this week, and we will see you in the next one.
We gotta do the salute too.
Oh yeah.